Hello, my name is Rebecca Lutz, and I will be going over Module 4, Understanding My Community, Mathis Early Learning Center. So for the custom and traditions, I did kind of take it two different ways. So this first one is just about Topeka, Kansas as a whole, which is where Mathis is located. It is the capital of Kansas. Established December 5th, 1854. Some aspects and community aspects that we have that are important is the Brown versus Board Historical Site, the Kansas State Capitol, the Kansas Museum of History, and then Ward Mead Park. So some traditions or events that we have is the music and food truck festivals. We have those downtown a lot. We also have the Fiesta Mexicana, which is a very big once a year thing that we have. We have the Kansas Silent Film Festival and then also the Christmas Parade. Customs and traditions continued. So we have two sides to North Topeka, which is where Seaman schools are located. So we have North Topeka and then north of Topeka. So North Topeka is south of Highway 24 and it's close to the Mission, so there's more poverty over there. North of Topeka is north of Highway 24 and that has the more affluent crowd, the more wealthy side of North Topeka. It is a rural district, so we do allow absences during hunting and harvest seasoning if the children are helping do that. Some landmarks that we have in North Topeka are the Great Overland Station, the Pad, which is a restaurant that everybody loves, and then Noto Arts and Entertainment District is another big thing that has become more popular throughout the years. So some population characteristics, and this is for Seaman Unified School District. So the race and ethnicity, we have 81% white, 2.26% African American, 8.79% Hispanic, and 7.43% other. So you can tell we do not have a very diverse community. The sex at Seaman Unified School District, so it's pretty even. We have 49.04% females and then 50.96% males. Economic disadvantage, so our non-economic disadvantage is 64.47. Our economic disadvantage is 35.53%. ELL, so English language learners at Seaman, we have 99.33% non-ELL students and then 0.67% ELL. So like I said, again, not a very diverse set of kiddos there. And then our students with disabilities, we have 17.39% of our population has disabilities, and then 82.61% is without disabilities. So like I said in my previous presentation, in my school particularly, each classroom is a 3% special education, a 3% community students, and then a 3% at-risk students. So each of our classrooms at Mathis Early Learning Center do contain that. Our communication channels, we have 3 of them. So there's the radio. We have 2 stations that are like the public radios that do discuss news, and that's 91.5 and 580 AM. We have 2 news stations that are pretty popular, which is KSNT and WIBW. And then we also have 2 newspapers as well, so the Topeka Capital Journal and then the Topeka Metro News. I would say probably the biggest, most popular one would be going through the TV or the radio. Communications that are provided by school districts. So we have a school website. We have automated phone calls if we have something big like certain announcements. They email them, and then they also have an automated phone call that goes out to all parents and staff. We have a school Facebook, and then each classroom at my school does have a classroom Facebook as well. We have a school Twitter, emails that get sent out on the daily, and then school messenger is through PowerSchool, which is what we use to take attendance. We also send out notices through that as well. The teachers don't, but the principals do. Community groups. So our curriculum is decided by the administration and the teachers. We always meet, discuss what we're using, what we could use, and so on and so forth. Our school groups are our school board. Through Seaman, we also have a diversity club, a robotics club. Each school also does have its PTO. So we have a Mathis Early Learning Center PTO, and then we also have a building leadership team. So our school board and Milk PTO meet once a week. Right now they're doing it via live stream or Zoom. Building leadership team meets once a week, and that is just a group of teachers and specials that meet to discuss different things going around in the school. Next, we have the North Topeka Rotary Club, which that meets regularly to implement community service activities and network with other professionals. So some examples of what they've done is like at the Topeka Water Festival, Covered in Coats, so they helped children in need get coats, and then they provide a scholarship to international students at the Washburn University. Kiwanis of North Topeka, it does projects that involve fundraising, community service, and assisting children locally and worldwide. Sunrise Optimist Club is someone that we work very, very close with in the Seaman schools. They've done things like Seaman Student of the Month, Just Say No to Drugs campaigns, which is something that we've had to go over at Seaman, obviously not in my preschool, but in the older grades. They've also helped finance scholarships for North Topeka youth, and they've also done a lot more things. So we work very closely with the Sunrise Optimist Club. Community clubs continued. There is Shriners, North Topeka Building Alliance. The local churches are also have a very big impact, and then YWCA. A couple others would be the Kansas National Education Association, and then Kansas Association of School Board. Leadership. So in our building, we have the principal, the district leadership team, the building leadership team. Our superintendent is Dr. Steve Noble. And we also have a school board, and then we follow a chain of command. So our superintendent, Dr. Noble, has been our superintendent for 5 years. He previously served as a superintendent for USD 410 before he came to Seaman. The school board is our district governing body. The board's responsibility is to set policies and hire a superintendent to manage the district according to these policies. Chain of command. So the chain of command is different depending on what the area of concern is. The general chain of command that I use would be come to me first. If I can't help you, you would go to the principal, then the director of education, superintendent, board of education, and then state board of education. All right, so the economic conditions, the median household income is $50,761. Persons below poverty line is 11.5%. So this little chart also breaks down the population by minimum level of education. So 8% have no degree, 31% have their high school degree, 31% have some college, 19% have their bachelor degree, and then 10% is post-grad. The unemployment rate right now is 5.6%. Our economy really relies on big companies. So we have, just to name a few, Frito-Lay, Hill's Pet Food, and Goodyear. Hill's Pet Food and Goodyear are also located very closely to the Seaman school districts. The taxes are 1.5% for the city, 1.15% for county, state is 6.15%, so sales tax is 9.15%, and property, is 11.5%. Political structure, so some community leaders. We have, since Topeka is the capital, we have a lot of local policies and laws that overlap with the state level. Our governor is Laura Kelly. Our mayor is Michelle de la Isla. We have 3 county commissioners, and they get a lot of the things done at the city level. We have 10 city council members, 5 females and 5 males. And then Patton is the state representative. He's on the school board. He really focuses on education and judicial policies. So he is one of the head guys in our political structure that helps out with Seaman schools, so on and so forth. Social tension. So COVID, there's been a lot more people on edge. There's a lot of businesses struggling. I know right now all of us in the school district are wearing masks. Our exceptions are recess and snack time. There also has been drug problems, including marijuana and methamphetamine, not just in the Seaman School District, but also just in North Topeka as a whole. Seaman was going to, or did host a community conversation that included race equality and moving forward. Recently, news came out that Seaman had got its name from the leader of the Topeka Ku Klux Klan. So a lot of people in the community are talking about how they want to rename the school. The core of Topeka is diverse, but to the north where Seaman's located, we have around 4,000 kiddos and 82% of those kids are white. So that is something that has been discussed. We haven't came to any final decision in that as of now, though. Some community efforts. So we have the Neighborhood Improvement Association, which is in historical North Topeka. We have the Topeka North Outreach, which includes, they have Operation Backpack that we use at our school. We have Christmas adoptions, and then they're also partnered with the local Topeka Rescue Mission, which is also located in North Topeka. Like I mentioned earlier, our Noto Art and Entertainment District is located in North Topeka. It has the first Friday art walks every month, and then it has recently really spiked in business. It's became a lot more popular, and more people have been going to it now than in the past. Our power structure, so like I mentioned earlier, Fred Patton is a huge influence on education. He wears hats in the state, the community, and the school board, and he also is a parent of a current Seaman student. We also have the wealthy and empowered parents of the soccer team. So recently they donated over $100,000 for a new turf, which forced the school to pay for the remaining amount to get that turf. And then local church leaders also have a big say in our community. Multicultural issues. So as I mentioned before, there's a lot of controversy about changing the name of Seaman since it was named after a Ku Klux Klan leader. The majority of African American students in the USD 345 school district are due to adoptions, and they're not raised in their African American culture, which is something that I think we need to look into. There is limited African American leadership and staff. So if we do have African American staff, they are most likely classified and not certified. Public opinion, we do surveys. We were also Project Lead the Way. All of our 5 elementary schools were named distinguished schools for their science, technology, engineer, and mathematic program, and then also their career learning program. We also have site council, PTO, district leadership team, which parents are on, and then social media. Some things that we can do to increase public understanding is, be open, be willing to listen to feedback, more community-related functions, and getting the community into our school. Let's see. Standard correlation. I 100% support the course learning objective. Important for leaders to know all aspects of the community. The assignment really pushed me out of my comfort zone and to learn about aspects of the community I would have not realized otherwise. Relevancy statement. I'm not a huge person in politics, so this made me learn more about the community, and it made me learn things that I needed to know in order to become a leader. Better understanding of the economy, politics, and power structures. It's very important to know your community around you, and it improved my understanding by knowing more about the community around me. Personal reflection, it had a big impact on me, learned new information about the community, forced me out of my comfort zone, for sure, having to do research on things that I normally don't. It made me a better educator because it helped me know my community, pushed me to learn things that I was not comfortable with, and information will help me while I am in my leadership program. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed listening to my assignment.